All right, now this is an interesting one. This is from No Smoke Boxing. I'm just going to read the article right here. Anthony Joshua, three-fight deal with Turkey Al Sheikh's Riyadh season in the work. Anthony Joshua's three-fight deal talks are heating up with sources close to No Smoke Boxing suggesting the former heavyweight champion is negotiating a lucrative arrangement with Turkey Al Sheikh in Riyadh season. The proposed deal would lock Joshua into three high-profile fights in Saudi Arabia, not even in the UK, with two potential showdowns against Tyson Fury on the table, and the third option reportedly involving either Dylan White or Jared Anderson. Now, that's interesting right there, because a lot of people were suggesting that it was Dylan White, then Jared Anderson, then Tyson Fury. But it would make sense if it's a three-fight deal. You have the fight, then you go into the Fury fight, and we're in the, I was going to say, like, depending on how competitive it is, but we're in the era of rematches at the end of the day. Was Joshua Dubois competitive? No. But there was, obviously we didn't get the rematch, but Joshua could have invoked the rematch clause if he wanted. Completely undeserved, by the way, because it was so one-sided. But you get what I mean. We're in that era where it doesn't matter, slap a rematch clause on place. The deal is still in negotiation, would see Joshua become a central figure in Saudi Arabia's ongoing campaign to host bigger events in boxing. He has already history in the region, having reclaimed the heavyweight titles in Dyer. Was that not in Jeddah? I thought that was in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, against Andy Ruiz in 2019. He faced Alexander Usyk there in Jeddah, remember that, in 2022. Joshua has also been named brand ambassador for Riyadh season, making the move a natural progress. The real headline here, however, is the prospect of not just one, but two fights against Tyson Fury after Fury's back-to-back defeats to Alexander Usyk. A Joshua rival is once again on the table and could come with even higher stakes as both men seek redemption and relevancy at the top of the heavyweight division. A two-fight series between the British rivals would see them finally settle a decade-long debate and could become the highest grossing matchup in UK boxing history. Alongside the Tyson Fury clash, the third fight in the rumoured agreement is likely to be a high-profile bout of its own. Dylan White, a long-time domestic rival, is one of the options, having shared a fiery history, to say the least, with Anthony Joshua, stretching back to their amateur days. Alternatively, unbeaten, no smoke boxing, I believe he was beaten. Alternatively, contender, we're going to call him contender, an American contender, Jared Anderson, has emerged as a potential name and a rising star who would bring global intrigue and a tough stylistic challenge. If he's on it, very tough. But if he's on it like he was last time out, even against Bakodi, that'd be a tough style. But last time he looked awful. While nothing is confirmed, the pieces make sense. Joshua's still one of the biggest names in boxing, with Turkey Al Sheikh openly committing to stage and start fight nights. Bringing Joshua into a three-fight arrangement would anchor Saudi Arabia's next wave of domestic dominance. It's not confirmed currently, but if it is signed, Joshua's three-fight deal could deliver the fights UK fans have been waiting for. Yada 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 yada. That's pretty much it. So let's talk about this potential three-fight deal. So we did hear original rumours that it was going to be Dylan White, Jared Anderson, and then Tyson Fury. But as I said earlier in the video, it does make more sense that it be Jared Anderson or Dylan White, followed by said two fights. Right. What does that mean, though, for Tyson Fury? Because we obviously know Fury is retired, so he says anyway. And does that mean, like, let's hypothetically say it's a three-fight deal and it's Dubois, Anderson, Fury. Right. Well, that's the Dylan White fight for Joshua is a reasonably, I would imagine, safe fight, because I think Dylan White is looking shot to bits. Absolutely, way worse than Anthony Joshua. So let's say he takes that fight, and that's all well and good, comes through that unscathed. Anderson could blow hot or cold. If we get a really good Anderson, that's a really tricky fight for Anthony Joshua at this stage in his respective career. Understand, at this stage, not always, but at this stage right now, I've no faith in Joshua. I don't know what he's going to be like in terms of punch resistance. I don't know what he's going to be like physically, and God only knows what he's going to be like mentally. So you don't know what way he'd put it like that. You could ask the same about Jared Anderson, to be honest with you. So that would be an intriguing fight for a variety of reasons. But Joshua could take damage in that fight. and then he fights Tyson Fury. Now, listen, if they announce the Fury fight tomorrow for August, we'll say hypothetically, I'd make Fury firm favourite. I would. So a year from now, maybe, when Joshua's basically had to do all the work and Fury can sit around retired and then, prepare for Joshua behind the scenes and then come out of retirement and say, right, let's go. That's a bit unfair, do you not think? Like, I get it, it's a 3 fight deal, you're making a lot of money, but like, is that not a bit unfair? I'll probably do a separate video discussing that, maybe more at length, but that is what the article is saying. So Joshua, rumored, but it's, no smoke boxing are normally very good. They are normally on the point. They're normally on the ball when it comes to these sort of things. So I'm listening to that right there. I'm listening to it. Anthony Joshua poised to sign a 3 fight deal with Riyadh, Turkey, Al Sheikh, Saudi Arabia. It would also, as the article said there, mean he's now fighting in Saudi Arabia. So UK-based shows for Joshua over the next 3 fights ain't gonna happen. If he fights Tyson Fury, as much as we all want it in Wembley, the money they would both want, you'd have to do it in Saudi Arabia. You'd have to do it over there. So that appears to be where we're going. Anthony Joshua 3 fight deal with Turkey, Al Sheikh and the Saudis. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comment section below. I will do a separate video on my thoughts on Tyson Fury, what he can do, which is probably not going to do anything at all, but what's new? Let me know your immediate thoughts on this in the comment section if it is in fact true. I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, as always, if you haven't already. Peace.